Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You know, most of you know me as Film Holmes, but I play a lot of different characters. I am the wrestling fan, the handsome Joey Holmes, and I also play an exaggerated version of myself, Joe. But, I mean, seriously, did I actually sleep with Kara from Conversations with Mark? You bet your sweet ass I did. Now, God bless you. A lot of you have been wondering about the real me, where I came from, and how I got to this point in my life. So, I'm introducing a new show called Tales from My Life. Every now and then, I will share with you a very personal story from my life, and hopefully give you a little insight on me and how I became the handsomely delicious internet celebrity that you know me to be. Now, the first tale I'm going to share with you is called "Oh Sister, Where Art Thou?" Now, as a lot of people do, I have a sibling. An older sister who is older. Now, her and I have a great relationship now, and I love her to death, and she's a great gal. But unfortunately, things were not always quiet on the Western Front. Whatever the hell that means. There's about an 8-year difference between the two of us, which means that when I was an adorable, young, innocent little man, she became a teenager! So it was through her that I discovered that when a woman becomes a teenager, they can become, and I'll put this delicately, mental. And I don't mean like Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest mental. This is a whole different can of crazy. You know, come to think of it, I actually remember the moment that she became a teenager. We were sitting in the living room, you know, just as a normal American family. My sister was in the corner, knitting or crocheting or whatever. My mom had just baked a fresh apple pie. And she placed it on the windowsill, you know, just so it could cool off. And neighborhood kids would come running towards our house because they could smell the delicious dessert in the air. My mom would have to playfully shoo them away. Oh, run along, you little scamps, run along. Dad was reading the daily newspaper, and their son, moi, was sitting on the floor playing with action figures. Everybody was happy and smiling, as all families did in the 90s. It was the roaring 90s. I mean, if you went outside and didn't have a smile on your face, a cop would give you a ticket. Or maybe that was just one really weird cop. Anyway, my sister had something to ask our mommy. Oh, Mother, I sure do hope that boy Travis asks me to the school dance. Oh, he will, baby, he will. You're the most beautiful girl in the entire school. Now, he'd be a fool not to ask you. Well, if he does, just, bring, you can buy, condom. Well, good golly, Miss Molly. There's a new movie playing at the local cinema. We should go and see it as a family. What do you say, family? And of course, being a young child in the 90s, I responded enthusiastically. Yeah, Dad! That sounds super neato! I watched a lot of Brady Bunch, shut up. All of a sudden, my mom, Dad, and I started to sense something really strange. The best way I could describe it is like it was the calm before a storm. It started getting really cloudy out. The winds picked up. Suddenly there was thunder, and then lightning. Then the clock struck 3, and just like a scene from An American Werewolf in Paris, my sister started to change. And with her newfound wisdom as a teenager, my sister decided to tell us something. Oh, f*** you all! I f*** hate all of you assholes! Oh, I f*** hate this house! It's like a prison! Ugh! I'm just gonna go to my room and listen to music! Loudly! Then she went to her room and slammed the door. And we only saw her for the next 5 years if she needed food or money. There were good days and bad days when I would come into contact with her after that. Let me give you an example. I'm just sitting in the living room, just watching TV, when my sister comes strolling through. And I decide just to, show some affection. So I look up right at her and I say, "Hi, sister, I love you." She would respond by punching me in the head and then spitting in my ear. That was a good day. Let me give you an example of what a bad day was. I'd be sitting there in the living room, minding my own business, being as innocent as could be, and she would come strolling through. And I would just try to show her some affection. So I'd look up at her and I would say, "Hi, sister, I love you." Then she would respond, "Shut up, geek turd!" She would take out her trusty shotgun, which for some reason she nicknamed Reagan, shoot me in both my kneecaps, throw me out the window, and then of course, spit in my ear. As I lay there bloodied, beaten, innocent, my father would run outside and he would be furious. Not because of what my sister did to me, but he was just really getting tired of replacing windows all the time. And of course, he blamed me. "Will you stop letting your sister throw you out the damn windows? They're expensive. And you're letting the heat out." Then, after another beating, I would get blamed by my mother. "You know better than to bother your sister, honey. I mean, if you just wouldn't have made eye contact with her, she would never have run you over with the lawnmower." Memories. Well, there you go. There's a tale from my life. I hope you enjoyed it. So, until next time, kiddies, bye-bye.